With 17 NBA titles, including a record 8 NBA championships in a row, the Boston Celtics are one of the most successful franchises in the history of the NBA and of sports. The 2013-2014 Celtics season centered around a new generation of players and was widely publicized as a rebuilding year. For the next few minutes, we'll hear more about the work of the Celtics organization off the court. I'm Jenny Johnson for Comcast Newsmakers at Suffolk University's Modern Theater in downtown Boston. Boston Celtics president Rich Gotham joins me. Rich, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. So tell us a little bit about the states of the Celtics business.
The state of the Celtics business is good. We had a really successful year off the court. You know, on the court, the record wasn't what we'd like it to be, but we knew, as you stated, it was going to be a rebuilding year. We played to about 98% capacity in the Garden this year, which most teams in most professional sports leagues would kill for those kind of numbers. So we're lucky we have the support of a great fan base, and you know, we got through what was a difficult season on the court, but our fans, bought into the direction of the team, where we're going with the team, and we're lucky. We've got great loyal fans who stick with us.
Definitely have loyal fans. So what are you doing to increase ticket sales? You said you're at 98%, but what are you doing to increase them for the upcoming season?
Well, a big part is just letting know people that we have tickets available, right? For the longest time we didn't. We had a consecutive game sellout streak of like 300 games, which spanned about 6 seasons. So now we finally have some seats available, and we're just trying to get the word out there. So we've got salespeople making phone calls, we're doing events, we're having a draft party where fans can come in and actually choose their seat in the Garden on the night of the draft and be entertained with a lot of programming and insight as to what's going on, in the war room and everything that's going on a draft night. So just a lot of outreach and what we call fan engagement.
Nice, exciting way to get people into the Garden. Now, the Celtics pride themselves in the work they do off the court as well as on the court. So talk about some of your community partnerships.
The stuff we do off the court is as important to us as anything. It's just such a big part of our brand. Most of what we do is aimed at helping kids and the kids who are most in need, and we spend a lot of time in the Boston public school systems. We've got a program that, 2 programs that we've rolled out. One's called Step Your Game Up, which is aimed at really the most at-risk kids in the Boston schools, and we provide an incentive program for them to improve their grades in their core curriculum like math and reading, and also to just show up at school and be present. So we target the kids who the school system tells us the most at risk, give them incentives in the form of Celtics tickets, visits from players, awards, jerseys, all sorts of swag. And we've found it's very effective, and it's actually something that's even got the White House's interest. We've been talking to them about potentially how they could replicate what we're doing in other cities. So it's really exciting stuff for us, all aimed at the kids. We're doing stuff aimed at recycling. Down in Brockton, we did a big project with Jay and Phillips, one of our partners, called Green Shield, and we aimed it at 3 schools in Brockton, and between those 3 schools the kids recycled over 250,000 different objects. So we're trying to teach lessons as we go along here. All
right, so now I want to switch gears a little bit and talk about social media. How does that impact the business?
Well, it's a great way for us to engage with fans. We have, even though we're a local brand here in Boston, we're actually really a global brand. We have 8 million Facebook followers worldwide. We have more followers in the Philippines than we actually have in the greater Boston area, which is kind of a crazy thing to think about. But our brand is one of the most famous brands in all of sports, particularly internationally. So we can engage those fans. We can push content out to fans no matter where they are in kind of a cost-effective way. We've got 1.6 million Twitter followers. We've got 600,000 on Instagram.
So it's that immediacy that you get from the games and from what you guys are doing off and on the court.
It is, and they do it, they use it in games, which is great. So we give them the ability to interact at home and in the arena.
That's wonderful. Well, Rich, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for watching Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Jenny Johnson.